What's poppin', y'all? Welcome back to I Do It Myself. I am Wayno. Before I get to anything, before I even tell you to hit that sub button, hit them likes and run up that hype, let me just address the scenery. I'm currently in LA. Reason being is I'm out here hosting Camp Flog. Gnaw. This is my third year doing it, me and my sister Amber, via Amazon Music. Shouts out to them. We're going to have some fun this weekend. Like I said, if you're at Camp Flog Gnaw and you see me, say what's up. Come, let's take some pictures. Let's flick it up. You know what I mean? Let's talk about some hip hop if we got the opportunity. But today we're talking about the situation with Ja Rule and Tasha K. Now, before we get into it, I just want to tell each and every one of y'all that we continuously always hear from women, stay out of women's business. Why are you in a woman's business? Why when there's some shit going on with women, you got something to say? Well, I want to be the person to point out the hypocrisy in these said situations. Because Tasha K, basically ran and started a rumor about Ja Rule. Now, Ja Rule confronts her about it. And before I even get into that, let me tell y'all this. Y'all don't know how to act at a Brandi and Monica show? A Brandi and Monica show? They should have never gave y'all niggas backstage passes. Let's start with that. They should have never done nothing for none of y'all. But let's bring it back for a second. So, Brandi and Monica, they've been on tour and they've been hitting everywhere. They at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, to be specific. And, they bring out Max B. Well, Monica brings out Max B, right? Monica brings out Max B. And when she brings out Max B, I think it was like kind of celebratory because people are just excited and hyped to see Max B at everything that they could see him at. But a lot of people didn't know the freestyle that he had over Used To by Destiny's Child. That's the joint that he did. It made sense for him to do. That's probably the only joint he could have done. We could see that he's rough around the edges as far as performing, but Max B been doing his thing since he came home. Now, I want to get into the tweets that Tasha K had put up. You know what I'm saying? And the first tweet started out with her putting up, breaking. I just got word that Ja Rule was jumped tonight outside the New York restaurant Say Less. I'm being told it was pretty effing bad, story developing. And, okay, we just seen that, a NFL football player had just gotten shot in front of Say Less a couple of days ago, which is horrible. I don't know what's going on with people and why they don't know how to go out and have a good time, but this is just the times we in. Now, of course, when we see something like this, everybody is, I feel like niggas been waiting for something bad to happen to Ja Rule every day, right? Like, ever since Ja Rule became the butt of certain people's jokes, whether that's 50 Cent or Dave Chappelle, anytime something bad happened, people just want to believe. Anytime something bad happened with Ja Rule name attached to it, people just want to believe it, right? But Ja Rule had a rebuttal. And he came back after Tasha K. And what he said was, Tasha, why you lying to these good people? Yes, some bitch ass niggas tried to jump me. No, it wasn't at Say Less. And I'm chilling, smoking a joint, watching SVP. Pretty sure you're talking about Scott Van Pelt. With not a scratch on me and puts a laughing emoji. Now, the thing that Tasha does is she responds. And what she responds with is, as I said, Ja Rule, story developing. Bottom line, I heard you got your ass beat. Ain't no lie on you. This is why I thought it was at Say Less. They ran down on you, though. Now let's see your face without a filter. Glad you okay. And again, this is what it just got me to thinking about being mature in a sense, right? Like, a lot of times what we talk about on this channel is conflict resolution. Why do things have to get to where they got to go to? I just talked about the OGs crashing out versus the young ones, right? Like, we usually see the younger artists or the younger dudes in the game running in situations like this, yet we seeing it at Ja Rule in his hometown at a Brandi and Monica concert. Like, what is even going on? Even for Ja Rule to even be in the circumference of a place where people are trying to put their hands on him, bro, you better off staying at home. If it's still smoke like that outside at your age, listen, I want better. I want better, right? But let's go through some of the stuff that Tasha K had posted. So somebody's texting Tasha K, right? And they say, told you go outside in NY. And then they say less, everyone near. Puts laugh out loud. Then it says, Ja Rule got jumped. Tasha K responds, is it public? The person says, go outside in NY. I mentioned Monica and Brandi show is tonight. And it says, I don't know. I was standing there and it was bad. Can't talk. Now, here's the thing. With that being said, she still ran with it. And then we see footage of the actual, situation. And as you can see, as you can see, it looked as if they was trying to get the Ja Rule, but nothing really happens. And a lot of y'all is trying to get the people or trying to get people something, especially for them holidays. And I suggest that you go over to Jordan Craig. Go copy your people something from Jordan Craig. Yo, this video is brought to you by Jordan Craig Denim. Jordan Craig Denim is a brand, a family-owned brand, working in streetwear business over 30 years by the way of Queens, New York. On top of that, they got everything from premium denim. They got good sweatsuits, good jackets, all types of garments and all types of accessories for any and everything you need. A lot of people have wanted. Everybody from Allen Iverson, Moneybag Yo, Shiloh Sanders, Paul Pierce, Vin Diesel. They got something for everybody. You know it's full time. You gotta get right. Go get you one of these sweatsuits. This sweatsuit I got on in particular is extremely comfortable. I can move around in it. It's comfy. I feel like I could wear this to go outside. I could wear this to the gym. I could wear this to go get my groceries, pick up my kids from school, whatever it is I need to be doing. Good airport fit. Jordan Craig got it. So if you like this sweatsuit or any of the stuff that you've seen, make sure that you hit jordancraig.com and use my code. Like I said, you support me, you support this channel, support Jordan Craig. Make sure you use my code. Now, again, this whole situation, I just think is just dumb, right? Like this just goes to show you like how, childish adults can be. Because we're not talking about young people here. We're talking about elders, right? And when I say elders, Ja Rule older than me. That's not no diss. I aspire to be Ja Rule's age one day, right? But seeing a situation like this and then seeing him having to basically put himself out there and prove himself to the internet, that he wasn't touched, it's just stupid. Like for you to be who you are, multi-platinum legendary artist that did his thing in the game for years, you know what I'm saying? Been through all the wars and war stories. Lost Irv Gotti, unfortunately, a couple of years ago. You know what I'm saying? Still dealing with that. But Ja Rule is still moving around, doing his thing and pushing whatever he's pushing. He's still, it seems as if he's in a position where he was 20-something years ago. And then, of course, if you hear Ja Rule, you ain't even got to say the name 3 times on no Candyman shit. You know who gonna pop up? 50 Cent. And of course, he puts up something and says, now who would do a thing like that? Just punch them all in his milk dud head, laugh out loud. Now, man, we've been watching 50 Cent and Ja Rule go at it for years. I can honestly say that this is not even funny, nor is it entertaining, nor is it seem, it's corny. At this point, it's been corny for a while. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep in mind, people were going to jail behind these situations. People got hurt behind these situations. We all know that Supreme McGriff was involved with Murder Inc. And, 50's man got, touched, E-Money bags. There's all types of situations that happen. If you follow the whole Southside Jamaica Queens story, the Murder Inc. versus G-Unit, the G-Unit versus, what is that? Jimmy Henchman, all types of stuff. But Max B chimes in, right? Because the headline is Max B's people jumped Ja Rule. Now, there hasn't been any definitive conversation behind what actually happened. But Max B put this on Twitter or X. And I don't even know if Max B knows how to use X, but it says, don't tie me or my people to anything negative. We grown. We on positive vibes only. Now, here's the thing about that. I think Max B is right. But at the same time, I don't know how many people he had with him. But if they're saying his people, that means that there must have been a certain amount. That must mean that there must have been more people than was usually allotted. Because when they can't figure out who's who, it goes to show you that y'all got too many people with y'all to begin with. Now, Ja Rule, again, let's just stay on the topic of Ja Rule for a second and on Tasha K. Tasha K, listen, let me tell you something. I get it. I understand. She got a bill with Cardi B that she got to pay back. She was sued by Cardi B for what, like $3 million. You know what I mean? She got to get that money up. So she's creating content or doing what she got to do every single day to get it going. Get your coins however you can. But I don't think you understand how detrimental this is. See, the goalpost is moved right in this situation. If it's a black man, you know what I mean? If it's a black man that is antagonizing a situation between two women, then it's sassy, it's little dick energy, it's giving all types of silly, stupid terms that you could come up with to degrade or talk down upon a man. But when you do it, it's cool when they do it. You know what I mean? Like, when you do it, it's just cool. Nobody's talking about a black woman trying to bring black men down or a black woman trying to paint a narrative or pit people against each other, even if it was a situation that happened that she absolutely had no facts on. Now, she was talking to somebody who was in the circumference of what was going on, but for her to, the person, whomever, if it was a man or a woman saying it was pretty effing bad, just goes to show you that they have no gauge on what they even around. They ain't got no goddamn situational awareness, because look how they out here spreading lies. Now, that's the problem that we have with media today, is people always jumping out and saying some shit just to be the first one to say it. You feel me? Just to be the first one to say it. But I always ask, at what cost? And the reason why I ask at what cost is because, man, I be damned. I can't. Could you imagine what it would be if it was a blogger saying that something happened between two women? You know what I mean? Y'all be calling them everything except a child of God, or you be calling them academics. You know how y'all listen. You know how y'all give it up. But I'm just saying, man. I think that like the same responsibilities should be put on everybody. I understand that we live in such a firecracker moment. Let's see who get the conversation going first type of industry or type of time. I understand that. But you got to be careful about how you doing things, because when it's shaped one side, you know what I mean? And that's why I don't like that's why I don't like the non-equality in this type of situation. Because like I said, man, a dude do that, and y'all listen, y'all calling him all out his name. Her, she just doing her job. Fuck all that, man. Ja Rule, like, I hate to see for Ja Rule to have accomplished all that he's done in his life, and he's still in the midst of some bullshit. Like, what are you, like, brother, what is you doing? You actually should have just been home with Scott Van Pelt. Now, I don't know. I mean, watching Scott Van Pelt. Now, I don't know if, Ja Rule got brought out that night or whatever. He possibly, I know he probably most likely didn't come out to have a bad time. But think about the precedent that it sets. And I understand why people be talking about how much of haters we are. Because keep in mind, man, this is an R&B tour. A R&B tour, and niggas still couldn't figure out how to act. They still couldn't control themselves. They still couldn't hold their composure. It had to go down. What is wrong with y'all, man? What is wrong with y'all niggas? Like, this is why people don't want y'all nowhere. Like, listen, y'all let me know how y'all feel, though. Like I said, I'm going to keep, the content going, even when I'm on the road. I just want to tell each and every one of y'all, thank you. Like I said before, we reached over 10 million views. You feel me? And we closing in on that 70K. So tell a friend to tell a friend to tell their moms. This is how I do it myself. For the ones that rock with me, you know how we doing. For the ones that don't, eventually you do. You will, excuse me. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace. If you want to be the best rapper, you gotta have the best bars. Just like Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. Morgan & Morgan is America's largest injury law firm. They gotten over $25 billion with more than 500,000 clients. And the results speak for themselves. A client in Pennsylvania got $29 million after being offered only $500,000. Another client in Florida got $20 million after being offered zero. Morgan & Morgan been fighting for the people for over 35 years. It's like hiring a legal army that's always going to ride for you. If you get injured by somebody else's negligence, then you deserve to be paid. Not all law firms is created equal. Hiring the wrong one could cost you. If you get injured, you could check out Morgan & Morgan. Their fee is free unless they win.